Hello, everyone, and welcome to another installment of Dog Witch. I'm here with HECKMOUSE himself, and we're here to introduce you guys to the new and first major update to Dog Witch titled the Werewolf Update. There's a ton of stuff in here that we want to get into today, so Andrew, aka HECKMOUSE here, is going to jump in and lead the charge with showing us the brand new werewolf hat in all its glory. Andrew, how are you doing?
I'm doing excellent. How are you doing, Santos?
I'm doing great. You also sound great. I think you actually come in better on Discord than in Google Call.
Yeah, I don't remember if I had my good mic last time. I have a good mic set up now. So, awesome. I'm glad it sounds good. Yeah. I'm pretty excited to show this off. It's a fun hat. It makes the game more complex. So if you've already beaten the game, it's recommended you play the regular game first. But I don't know what you seem to like it a lot. You played it.
Yeah, I love this hat.
2 hours.
Do I recommend it as something a new player would play? Probably not, because there's just so many different synergies and things that affect multiple systems, I believe, in this game. And yeah. So I think it's great to probably jump into, but not, something I would probably jump in right away. I would probably learn the basics of the game first, because it's almost like you're diving into the deep end a little bit. Yeah, from my experience. But that being said, it is also one of my most favorite hats now that we have.
Yeah, I think if you love the game, then it's the perfect. It's just more. And essentially, what you do is you're building 2 builds at once, because there's your werewolf form, which are these 6 die faces, and then there's your standard form. And you'll see. Let me see if I can turn werewolf. No, not yet. But yeah, let's get to the first update, and then. Oh. Well, this guy's just gonna have to be regular style.
What's up? Oh, there we go.
So I've turned into the werewolf. Yeah. So once you're the werewolf, you have these different abilities. You also see we've got, instead of wand power, we've got ferocity. That one powers up a couple things. It's kind of like a mana / wand power. I mean, because this one bite steals life equal to the current ferocity, and then you can increase it with howl. Swipe does 1 damage to all, and then the stun comes from charge. So you actually take damage if you miss, which is a big wrinkle to it.
Yep.
So see, I took some damage.
That got me into a lot of trouble, by the way.
Yeah.
A lot.
And there's a new enemy. There's a new enemy in Act 3 that is specifically geared to made to punish you for being the werewolf and being kind of careless. So you almost don't want to be the werewolf against that enemy. Let's see if I can heal.
I actually had a question about, and I actually forgot to ask you this specifically, because we talked about this in a previous live stream. The damage numbers, how the color of the damage numbers is specific to a type, like with the bees. I know we talked about the bees and the way the damage works there. I just saw the damage numbers there. One of them was black. So
steel. There's really only 2, other than the regular damage. There's the bee damage, which is only distinguished because the beekeepers don't take bee damage. That's like the only real interaction there. But the black is just lifesteal, and the reason it's differentiated is because it goes past any shield they have. So like they could have 1,000 shield and you can still steal their life.
That's huge.
So you'll see here we got these new little icons here. So when you're wearing the werewolf hat, all of the items in the game get a buff associated with them. So you can see if I pick this item when I'm in werewolf form, my howl will gain 2 ferocity instead. And you'll see these little indicator lights that just tell you, you know, how many times you've buffed a certain power.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not sure which direction to go. So yeah, essentially over the course of the whole game, you end up buffing these, and you end up corrupting them. It changes the way they play quite a bit. Pounce is my favorite one to corrupt, because if you can get a stun build going, you just like Pounce for free. Because right now it's pretty inefficient to have to try to howl, you know, a bunch of times and then use the Pounce.
Right.
But I guess I will do. I almost don't like. It depends how you want to play. Like, you can play kind of smartly and like make sure both builds are good. But I usually just kind of ignore the regular items now and just really try to make sure I roll 3 of a kind.
Very nice. Yeah, because I mean, with this hat, like you're trying to fish for that 3 of a kind as fast as possible. So there are some items that help with that, right? Because I know I can think of one off the top of my head.
Yeah, I can't. What's the one that? Well,
I forgot the name of it, but it's the one that adds the die to your hand. So when you roll, you have an additional die. So that's theoretically going to give you, you know, more chances because you have more dice to roll. So.
Yeah, that one's good. Yeah, or the pondering orb necklace. That one gives you an extra chance. Yeah, and so then bristle is good to upgrade just because the normal shield is so weak. Like, gaining 1 shield is terrible. So I usually try to get it at least once so that it's back to the normal level of gaining 2 shield. But I'm just gonna go all howl. Let's see. Let's just try to
ramp. I like to ramp up to Pounce.
Exactly, it's nice. Ramp.
Let's go. I like it.
Because then we can go a couple different directions. My favorite, other than the Pounce, is I think bite is like pretty broken if you corrupt it, because it does poison and lifesteal. So you just end up doing like tons of damage. Let's see if I can... Oh. Yeah, one of the things about this hat is that it can be kind of disruptive, you know, if you're turning into the werewolf, which is by design. So my co-designer, when we first started working on this, he hadn't worked on the game in years, but he came up with this hat. I asked him to come up with a hat, and he came up with the werewolf hat, which is
nice,
pretty cool. I mean, I ended up coming up with all the you know, all the actual powers and that, but he had the idea of, you know, you're out of control, like you don't get to choose when you're the werewolf, which is, I think is pretty thematic and cool.
So who did the howl?
That's just, you know, paying some
okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if it's Northern Lion again, we're gonna have some problems.
If what?
If it was Northern Lion again, just randomly find a howl all of a sudden.
I'm sure there's a howl on there.
Yeah, right?
I think on that video you shared with me that there's a howl.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that one where he's pretending
panting and being a dog. Yeah, this is so good. So good.
So when you buff Pounce, it gets an extra 5 damage. But until I get more, well, I guess I could go howl and Pounce. Huh. Yeah. No, I'm gonna do this because this is actually ultimately better.
Now, looking at this, what's interesting about the werewolf hat, why I personally think it's trickier to play as a new player, is because you have to think about both sides of the coin. You have to think about how you're empowering your werewolf abilities, but you also have to actually make a build that works so that if you don't roll your werewolf form, you can at least still fight and beat the level. So yeah, there's two things there you need to kind of play towards, and the complexity there can get pretty complex if you really think about it.
Yeah. Well, luckily it's pretty forgiving. It's just there's a lot of like risky. You can be a little bit more loose, which I think is also really fun because the normal game you have to think super hard and you do have to think. You have to think about a lot of items in this one, but it's very forgiving because you can gain so much life. So you saw I went down to like two health, and it didn't really matter.
God, I love that animation.
It's pretty good. Oh, this isn't good. Oh, I'll get this guy.
What made you think about Pounce in that way? Like just coming in from the sky. it kind of reminds me of Kung Fu Hustle. If you ever watched that movie.
That's one of my favorite movies of all time. That movie is so good.
Yeah, so that's what I thought of when I saw it. I was like, wait, did he get it from there?
I mean, probably. Part of it is that I'm not much of an animator, but I just kind of got the style. Like I started working on this, and I realized that you could just do particle effects for most of it.
Yeah.
It's just like a particle happens, and he moves over there. So I don't want to talk too much about the sausage. The magic will be gone.
No, but that I love it. It's great. I remember when we were doing the trailer for the Werewolf update, and I was like, I have to highlight this somehow because it's such a cool animation. It just comes down from the top.
Yeah. Let's see. I need this to be. Oh boy, it's taking longer than usual.
Yeah, and it's funny because this boss is sneakily a little difficult. Like it can catch you off guard if you're not prepared.
The tree?
The tree, yeah.
Yeah.
I prefer the tree over the Snake King, or forgot his name. The alligator.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The Snake King is harder for you?
Yeah.
People.
I usually prefer. I think the tree sometimes, and you know what it is. It's also because I do not do a good job when there's a lot of enemies on the screen. I've noticed that I'm very much like aggressive, blinders on. I want to just go at one person at a time and take them out. And whenever the tree his branches would spawn, I would tend to try to ignore him because I'm trying to just kill the tree, and then I just realize I'm in trouble, and then he'd just do like the rocks drops falling from the sky and just kill everything, and I'm just like, oh well, okay, I'm in danger now.
Yeah, I mean the tree is hard. Oh god, I actually need to heal. See, one of the things with this guy is you can just be. It makes you play reckless. So like I'm at 4 health because I just wasn't thinking.
And that's the thing, right? Because that's what I was saying about when you're going in and charging, is that you can get hit, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my god, I have like 2 health left.
Yeah. I'm gonna just keep going with the howl. Yeah, this is just a busted combo. This is kind of I'm cheesing the game. I would say this is probably the most OP. This thing corrupted plus like an easy way to get your ferocity up. Oh shoot, I might actually die here. These cats are murderous. All right, I have to turn werewolf. Come on. Oh my god. Well, I think I'm dead.
That's karma, by the way.
That is, I was
You just said it's the most busted build.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing is I was being careless. I was like, I'm gonna turn werewolf, but yeah, I didn't. I should have been more careful. Damn it. If one of these was a damn stun, I'd be all right. All right. Oh wait.
Oh
yeah.
No way! The luck. What is that luck?
Well, I mean, I did pick those items. I picked them. Hell yeah! And then I healed at 5. Oh, that was cool. Sometimes this game.
What's the quote? It's success is when luck meets preparation.
That's a good quote. I love that. I thought you were gonna say it's better to be lucky than good, which is That's the other one. That's good.
No, we gotta be careful there because a lot of people think that you have to just be lucky to win this game, which I completely disagree with. And we've had plenty of conversations about this in the past. And I think go ahead.
If you're gonna play like kind of like I'm playing, where I'm talking to you and not focusing, then you kind of have to be lucky. But if you actually focus, that's how you beat the game. So let's just prove. I'll prove it here. So I'm gonna from now. I mean, these guys might kill me if I don't turn werewolf. That's one problem because I just have so little health. Oh, that would have been good to use too. Hit the flower. Yeah, let's turn werewolf. Come on. Yep. See, this is the one downside of like not looking at your. I mean, part of this is I picked items without even thinking about them, just focusing on the werewolf. And this is one thing that can happen is it's. Oh boy. Yeah. Well. Okay, that'll. If we hit him, can we hit him? No. Okay, I did die. All right. So let's do a run where I focus and I don't, and I'm not so casual. So this is
let's talk about that.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's nice to have a little end games scene. I didn't waste any mana, I guess. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this information, but it is nice to know, you know, what was my most used item. It makes sense that HOWL was my most used. I'd like to get 2 more things on here. I want to do a win streak for you know the you win screen. Because I saw some players trying to get their longest win streak and tracking that. Because that seems like a fun thing to do. All right. So Santos, what power do you think we should go for?
In like improving on the werewolf side?
Yeah, exactly. What should we buff? I guess it depends on the items that we get, but
let's go. I mean, you just did the bite build, right? You just like empowered your bite pretty hard.
Yeah, and it should have worked, but that was the problem, is I didn't think about my normal items. So I kind of got punished.
Can you empower charge in a way that is beneficial without maybe just kind of offsetting those downsides of getting hit? I've never really empowered this one, so I'm actually curious.
Yeah, it's interesting. Charge and swipe, they both buff just the damage. When you, and then if you corrupt it, it happens. It repeats. So it's like, it doesn't really help you. I mean, what you do is if you're gonna do charge, if you're gonna buff charge, you also have to buff bristle some amount.
Yeah, because you have to offset the damage taken with the shield, I'm guessing.
Exactly, yeah. And if you could buff bristle like a couple times, then the charge is good. So yeah, let's think this time. So I mean, just buffing bristle is good. I like some totems are cool if you're just like hoping you're gonna become the werewolf, I guess. Because we're not really trying to win in that form. Let's try this one. So we've buffed bristle. Now, I mean, that was another thing, is we didn't buff our bristle last time, which is it's really hard to win when you only shield one.
Yeah. Well, you also said it too, right? I think you said it, but then you grabbed the upgrade to the bite when you mentioned the shield.
Yeah.
By the way, you guys have to give us comments on Discord about how good our acting is, because clearly we wanted to die in that first run to show you the end screen. That's what we're going with, and we're sticking with it.
I mean, we did need to show the death screen, but
that one off the list.
I mean, I streamed on what's today? Tuesday?
Today's Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah, I streamed a bit on Sunday, and I was acting all, like I was gonna destroy the game, and I did the same thing. It's very easy to just. One thing I like about the werewolf is that it kind of highlights the fun of like just like throwing throwing the dice around, you know?
Yep.
I feel so like constricted in the normal game. Like I'm like I have to think really hard and I have to like use my resources perfectly.
Right.
And the werewolf is like just so much easier, I think, in general, that it kind of, you get caught off guard a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, this is something interesting, is you never see this guy attack in the normal game, but because of the way this works, he's immune to curses, which means he's guaranteed to try to swing back at you.
Now, just really quick, you mentioned you're streaming now, sometimes when you're playing the game and whatnot. What's the username that they can find you at?
It's just HECKMOUSE, so Twitch. I'm streaming on Twitch. I'm gonna try to stream weekdays, most likely. So yeah, I haven't really set a schedule, or I also don't know, you know, whether I'm gonna do it ultimately. But
Right.
yeah, it's been fun for the update.
Yeah.
And I did tease on the stream. I'll just tease it here because there's already a bunch of work being done on it. The vampire hat. There's not any graphics done because it's not going to be super graphics heavy like this one.
Right.
But I did tease that it is essentially it's going to turn the game into a real deck builder. So it replaces your dice with cards, and so you get a deck of cards equivalent to your regular, you know, your regular items, and then you also get some vampire cards thrown in there, so that you know, that's for the theme. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited for that one as well. And I'm not gonna stream that until it's released, but I might stream. Well, maybe I'll stream some of the development. I'll have to ask what you guys think, the publisher.
Now with the werewolf hat, how long did it take you to kind of finalize on the concept for the werewolf hat?
Yeah, it's really interesting because the concept and like thinking about how to make it work is like, I feel like game design is so much harder than game development is a lot easier than like coming up with the designs, you know? Mm-hmm. Like anybody could, not anybody, but it just, if you know how to program and you know how to make stuff, it just kind of, you can just like churn it out eventually. Right. You know, you're like working on it. It's like any other task, but design work is so special. Like there's so much thought that you have to put into it for it to be fun. And I usually can't make it fun until I start seeing it. Like I was kind of worried about this until the graphics, I started work on the graphics, and it's like, oh, it's super fun to smash. Like I don't actually care, you know, it's an underrated part of game design for me. Because I'm more of a, you know, I like the numbers and like the mechanics and stuff, but like it's important that your smash sounds cool and looks cool. Yeah. Because it just changes everything. I don't know why that is, but anyway, you said how long did it take? I don't know. I was thinking about it the whole time that we were wrapping up, so like months of like thinking about it. And then whoops, I didn't want to do that. All right. And then the actual work was like 2 weeks or something, like, but with probably maybe 3 weeks total, because there was a couple like a week of like refining it and stuff. But at first I did it and I didn't have you know, first I just had the powers, and that worked fine, and then I came up with the idea of like buffing them, and I hadn't even like considered cursing or like corrupting them. And then once I came up with that's when it really started to feel good, because I think corrupting items in this game is like really important. It kind of solidifies you into a build type. Yeah. And it really changes it.
I think I remember like when you were explaining to us like where it's going, and then you showed us. I remember you being so excited when you finally got it like all together.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was pretty worried about it. It was like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna be fun at all.
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden it looks really good. And it's also interesting that like the fog makes this game look so much different. Like I think the base game, I think for a lot of people it looks kind of vanilla and like static, and then the fog is so cool. So it makes it look very changes your perception of the game. I almost wish we shipped with this, but this is, you know, it's still just as fun.
Right.
Shipping later. Yeah, this guy is kind of a pain.
See,
all right, but I am feeling better.
You're like, whoa, what do you mean the tree? I'm like, with the werewolf, it kind of like he seems a little.
Oh no,
scary.
I thought you were saying you would rather. I agree, the tree's annoying.
Yeah,
but I
no,
thought you
that's
were
what I
saying
meant.
you'd rather fight the other guy. Yeah,
No,
you said the
no.
opposite.
I was saying that the tree is hard for me, and it seems like it's harder than Snake King.
It's way harder than the Snake King, yeah. Because of those guys do 3 damage or have 3 health. It's all right. I want to go out with a Pounce.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Oh, come on.
Oh, one short.
Risk it.
Yeah, that was scary if you actually let that damage go through.
Yeah. Okay, so
Could buff Bristle
well,
again.
okay, so this is interesting. So if you corrupt, so this is I didn't explain this on the first run, but when you corrupt the item that is associated with that buff, it corrupts the power. So that's how you get these corrupted. So this one's interesting. Is it's like buffing it is you know, makes it more powerful, the shield, and then it gains you ferocity. So it's like a dual purpose thing, and we're gonna be doing that quite a bit. It's just, I think of the corruptions, it's probably one of the weaker ones, because if you look at this one, it removes the need to even have like a howl, you know, because so if we compare them, this one you have to spend all of the ferocity to deal 15. This one, just any stunned guy. I just think it's
That's
so
really
good.
strong.
It is really good, but then we also have to think about the fact that this isn't very good, and this is really good. So like Killer Bees is crazy, and it won't go away when you. I think this is just awesome. So it's gonna cost us some life, but it's not gonna go away. You can, you know, do the Killer Bees on everybody, then turn into a werewolf, and the Killer Bees will continue to mess them up, which is kind of interesting.
Yes, that's what I was leaning towards, because last time we got kind of caught hoping for a werewolf.
Yep. So here's one of the. I love this encounter, because like this is where I would just go, oh, get him with bees, but that means I'm gonna take 9 damage. So this is how you die in the game. And when people say the game is like, oh, it's like there's luck, it's like, well, if you play foolishly, then yes, you're gonna need to rely on luck to survive.
Exactly.
But this is one of those things, like, don't just do the thing that's the most efficient thing, because these guys have mask, which means they will stop. They're gonna stop this to just deal 3, you know, to target me. Now, if I can stun him, there we go. Because now he's stunned, so he can't hit me. Now, do I want to do 6 damage? Because then I only take 3, and then he's permanently. No. I think I'll just take the 1 damage. Yeah, these guys are awesome. Let's see. Killer Bees, 5 damage. Pretty great. Okay, now I'm feeling a lot better. So this guy's gonna hit me no matter what. So now I can.
You ever thought about giving the summons some of those properties, like the mask and the prey?
Like your summons? I mean, who would they target? Like, these guys.
Like if they get targeted, the mask comes off, and then they do the damage right away, like in turn, instead of at the end of the turn.
Oh, okay. Well, that would be. I mean, in that case, it would be different. That would be different than what mask is. Let me focus so I don't lose.
Yeah.
I'm actually totally.
I may or may not be trying to distract you to see if you can lock in. But...
Well, okay, so that I wouldn't do that, because that would make it. It would make it different for. I don't like a power. I don't want the powers to be different for one guy.
I see. Okay.
Because it specifically means this. It means it's gonna attack you directly.
Right.
And so if mask was on your guy, it would then I would want it to attack you. You know, but that wouldn't be good. You know, I want it to say the same stuff on it.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to say if it's a friend, then it's do something else.
I see.
Okay, this is good. See, we can both shield and we're kind of. What's interesting is if you pick this, it's like it's a pretty good defense, and then it also powers the bite and the pounce. But it's also not as powerful as the if you actually corrupted those items. Let's see if I can get to full. Okay, I want to stay at full. Because last time we were, I was so risky. I was just like, we'll just move on. Let's get to full health here. Whatever. 12 is good enough.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we could buff charge. I mean, just having it do 2 damage each is... sorry, my mouse keeps getting stuck. I have a stupid Bluetooth mouse, and it every 2 minutes it freezes.
Oh, I hate when that happens. Yeah.
It's been doing that forever. But I like the mouse, so because I just gotta get a new one.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, this is how you beat these guys. I mean, this is one of the most obnoxious fights in the game because you're never like ready for it to go so hard. Like, but they're doing 9 damage, I think, or I guess 10 damage. Yeah, look at this, 10 damage coming at you at turn 2.
That and the sheriff typically scares me on this level.
The sheriff.
Yeah.
The sheriff is kind of like, it's interesting. You can game the sheriff. The one I think actually the moo machine is harder, but let's get to it and then I'll
the dolls as well. The dolls are sneakily just very difficult if
the
you
dolls,
aren't prepared. Then you don't have like good AoE, I guess, at that point.
There's kind of like prescriptive things you have to do on a couple of them, and I think the Russian dolls are one of those where you just kind of have to do a certain thing. You notice, so now I'm doing 2 damage with my charge. I'm inclined to just go again on it. Wait, so what we haven't buffed this. Oh, we could go, look at this. Maybe we can go rainbow style, so we do it like kind of good at everything. This one, when you buff it, it deals more life, +1 life. I don't know, doing 3 damage with charge is pretty good though. I'm gonna go here. Let's just try to. We'll go rainbow. Let's get we'll buff everything. I don't think I've tried that yet. I don't know if it's particularly good because you're not really pushing a direction.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna take some damage, but yeah, one of my favorite things, we didn't talk about swipe yet, but swipe is, when it's corrupted, is just crazy. Reduce the resist of everybody. So one of the more interesting things you can do is corrupt swipe. It doesn't even matter, how much you buff it. Just make sure at least once, and then corrupt it, and then charge, because then it's just like really easy to make sure you stun everybody.
Yep.
And then corrupt pounce. Like, my favorite build is these 3 corrupted, because then you just easily stun everybody, easily smash them with the pounce. Have you beaten it yet, Santos? I think.
Yeah. I sent you a screenshot.
Yeah, sorry, it was a while. It
was back in December. It's been a while.
Feels like yeah, that was last year.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah. No, I what's it called? I played it a couple of times and I beat it a couple of times. like I said, I think the biggest hurdle for me to get over was the fact that I was very aggressive with charge, and I found myself in precarious positions where I needed to get life, and it was like I was one bite away from not winning or just dying on somebody, and got lucky because of it. But I haven't, like, I sort of, how you're playing it right now is sort of how I played it, where it was like I wanted to get a little bit of everything corrupted or just improved. So I didn't necessarily go down like a specific path. It was just like, oh, I like how this looks. Awesome. I'm gonna try this.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, it seems good. It seems like a good. Okay, so the Moon Machine. I think this one. I mean, yeah, I could see why you. You know
why I think also it feels decent. They're probably even leaning more towards very good. Doing the rainbow route, like you said, is because by nature everything in the werewolf hat is synergistic. So it already doesn't really take a lot of effort to really feed off each other for how you're playing with those abilities. So I think that's what helps. And also, like, you know, you're not going out of your way to make them all good because they all feel good already to use. To me, my two abilities from the werewolf hat that are my most favorite is charge and
nice.
I really like charge. I think it's a really cool risk reward. I'm all about risk reward in these games. That's why I always play really aggressive. We talked about this previously. I'm a red white player in Magic, so I'm all about
aggro.
Yeah. So for me, I just like that idea, that concept. And that's just that's so cool. And then also, you know, the other alternative to that I like to play is usually ramping, which is what the Pounce card essentially is inherently is, right? You're building up max ferocity and then just going for a big payoff. So
I would say that one's the green. That would be green. Seems green.
Yeah. Blue is more control. Green is more later ramp, right? If I recall correctly.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. This is just mana, so that's not. But then we got the 5 colors. Let's see. So here's protection. What color is that? I don't know.
Usually
here's black.
I would say white. It leans into that with like buffs and auras and stuff like that.
Yeah. And then here's black.
For sure.
Bite for steal life. Pounce, we could say, is green. This is red. And then this is...
I would actually say swipe maybe would be red, and then charge could be blue because control.
Well, yeah, that's why it doesn't really map though, because it is like red because it's like taking damage to
That's
hurt
true.
them.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Whoops. Oh, I almost accidentally clicked on you. Ended the call. Alright, now I really need to turn werewolf. If I die again, I'm gonna be so bummed.
This is scary.
I'll play safe. Okay, thank you. Go away. Alright, I'm not gonna take any damage. They're gonna just respawn. I didn't need to kill that guy. It's foolish. Alright, I do need to heal though. So, ooh, that was really nice. There we go.
Yes.
Base.
By the way, can I just talk about how like the background, also the transition there is so cool.
It is cool, yeah, it looks good. Shoot, I need heal, thank you. All right, now I'm feeling a little better. I'm gonna mash on these guys. Let's see. Boom. Oh, that's not, he doesn't have enough life for me to really heal up, but okay, that's good. This is how the werewolf hat is. It's like, it's just, you're a beast, you're powerful, but you're also reckless. You're not thinking straight. I mean, having this do 3 damage is so good, and it reduces the resist.
We need to make a version of the werewolf hat where the more ferocious you become, the less smart you become. So then you just have like increasingly or less and less time to make decisions on this screen.
Oh, that's interesting. Man, I hate that though, because
No, I know.
one of the
Please
things
don't
I
put
like
that
about
in.
turns. Yeah. Actually, remember we did talk about
Yeah.
having a like a timed hat.
Yeah.
And I never did it, but maybe we can do that. Damn it. Does this? Oh, this will get him. 5. Nice. Okay. These guys are like normally kind of like hard, but when you turn into the werewolf right away, you just mess them up. This is worth it. Take 1 damage. Oh, I picked none.
Stunned. Very satisfying to see that.
Yeah, I think now I'm good. I think, wow, it's kind of interesting how good. Oh, you know what? This is something I realized. I need to put the little buffs on here, because you can't see
the circles
at a glance. Well, yeah, you can't tell. But it would be good to see. But yeah, having them all be buffed is kind of interesting, because no matter what you roll, you're kind of happy.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing, I guess we're not a Pounce build. We're just not really doing that. All right. Okay. Well, we're definitely gonna win. I'm gonna call it.
Okay. All right.
Should we buff this just to?
Little early, but okay.
Well, I'm gonna buff this, so now we've got a buff on every single item, which is cool. Ah, we didn't run into Carrot Girl, so the new alternate to this is Carrot Girl, and we didn't run into her. Okay, you're dead. Oh, you're gonna take my dice?
Oh. That's a very dangerous mechanic to run into with the werewolf as well, because if you're not werewolf, by the time she starts taking dice, it could get very scary quickly, because then you can't roll 3 of a kind, or it's way harder to.
Yeah. Yeah, this ended up being a pretty hard fight. I mean, I'm gonna easily win, but okay, let's get my life.
Very nice.
All right. So, I'm glad this came up. So, a couple people reported this as a bug. It's not a bug. The Prism Ring doesn't have a buff because you literally can't become the werewolf. It's like, so there's no reason for it to buff anything, because it makes it so you can never roll duplicates. However, if you corrupt it, you always become the werewolf. So, yeah. But then you don't have any buff, so it's a weird one. I would just avoid it. It's kind of like a anti-choice. It's the only one like that. Do we want to do charge or power? I'm gonna do this because it's just a better power for us now that it's corrupted. Does 4 damage, I believe.
Here we go.
This guy's. How much does this do? Oh, 3 damage, okay.
I love that.
Oh, you also notice the bosses get glowing eyes, and then they also regen, because they're like activated by your werewolf ability, kind of.
I love that.
Yeah, I really like corrupting this. I don't do it often, but it's kind of nice that, like, even if you don't need the shield, like the ferocity is still good.
It kind of gets you online quick.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing the Pounce because I don't think we're. Oh, trying to not take damage. All right. I don't think we're in too much. I'm not too worried about us. Let's see. I don't want to waste this. I'll stun him on the next one.
There we go.
Damage. Alright, well that was kind of careless. I should have rolled for the stun, I guess, but I'm not too worried about it. Let's see. I think I'd like to corrupt that bite.
The bite, yeah.
Out of all of these, it's probably the best one for us because we don't have like a lot of damage output because Pounce is like so inefficient for us. Huh. Alright, this guy's dead. And then it's remarkably easy for the werewolf to beat the little guys that come out here.
Yeah, one charge and they're pretty much all dead.
Yeah. Huh. I
love that sound. Such a cool sound.
Pretty satisfying.
Yeah.
He's like built to destroy these things.
Yeah.
So many attacks and by the time you get air, you're already like buffed up.
That's so cool. The doosh, 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 doosh. Very anime-like.
Yeah. I actually bought an anime sound effect library, and that's not where all those sounds came from. Those came from I found a new website. I'll tell you about it later if I gotta look up where I bought them from. But man, it just had a bunch of those. Oh no, I wanted to damage him.
That's random.
Let's see if I can just turn werewolf. There we go. Oh, does this? I wonder if. So let's see if this actually reduces his resist. Yes. Oh, that's pretty sweet.
That is strong.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, still got messed up. Oh, and I got another turn of doing it to him. Very good. Oh, and I could do this. And I could poison him. Oh yeah. I think we won.
That is a crazy opening round.
Yeah. And to have him just do it. Okay, I'm gonna. So I almost feel like 20 damage. Okay.
Was there ever a thought that you wanted to make Pounce an AoE?
Well, if you look at the other ones where you have 2 AoE.
Yeah,
I did. Right. Yeah, I get what you mean. I was thinking of having it do like adjacent damage or something, but I had a bunch of different variations. Well, yeah, one where it was like hit this guy and then the guys next to him, but I ultimately made it was just way more fun to have it be free, you know, for stunned creatures, because it makes it so you have like cool combos.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna take a lot of damage if I don't play this right. Look at how much that stacks. So good. Okay. Yeah, I guess you could still. I don't know if you know.
It's scary.
Yeah, I guess that's worth it. He's healing a lot, but I'm.
That's
I don't think he's gonna be able to.
But I mean, what's great about this is that, you know, we sat here for the last couple of rounds like, oh, this build is insane, and you misplay this for probably 1 or 2 rounds, and you're done for.
Yeah, like one turn where you play bad. But I think we're beyond that now. There we go. I'm gonna end with a perfect. So that's what happens when you think versus when you don't think. So I think we proved our point, which is that it is more about you know, how you play. I don't even think I really had a super close moment. But yeah, that's the difference is when people when you feel like the game screwed you, you probably just weren't playing optimally like I was. Like, remember last game when I lost, there was also that time I got saved, you know? It's like, oh, the game saved me from my horrible play. Which
is fine to have. Like, there's that pendulum
fun.
can swing
I like
in
it.
either direction. I think that's all part of this, and it's what makes it fun. And that is a wrap for us, guys. Thank you so much for coming and joining us today. This is, again, Dog Witch's first major update, the werewolf update. We've talked about, or Andrew has talked about teasing a little bit of what's to come in the future. So be on the lookout for that. But also, most importantly, join the Discord, download the demo, purchase the game, and come give us feedback on everything that we're doing here, because there's a lot more to come for Dog Witch. So, Andrew, any parting words before we wrap up?
Nope. Thank you very much, Santos. That
Love
was fun.
it. Love it. Thank you again, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys in game. Have a great day. See you guys.
All right.
Bye-bye.